Many families assume the grocery store will always be there when they need it, but recent events have shown us just how quickly shelves can empty during emergencies. Whether it is a natural disaster, supply chain disruption, or economic uncertainty, knowing how to grow calorie-dense, long-storing crops could make the difference between thriving and struggling when times get tough. After 3 decades of growing my own food, I have learned which vegetables truly deliver when it comes to feeding a family through difficult periods. Today, I am sharing 8 survival crops that will keep your family fed when grocery stores fail. Stick around for number 6, which stores longer than almost any other vegetable, and I have a bonus tip at the end that could dramatically increase your food security. The first survival crop every family should grow is potatoes. No other vegetable comes close to matching the calorie production per square foot that potatoes deliver, making them the cornerstone of any serious food security garden. A single potato plant can yield 5 to 10 pounds of nutrient-dense tubers, and a modest 25-foot row can produce over 100 pounds of food that stores for months in a cool, dark location. Potatoes provide complex carbohydrates, potassium, vitamin C, and vitamin B6, offering substantial nutritional value beyond just calories. Growing potatoes is straightforward even for beginners. Plant seed potatoes about 4 inches deep and 12 inches apart in loose, well-amended soil after your last frost date. As plants grow, hill soil around the stems to provide more room for tuber development and prevent greening from sun exposure. Early season varieties like Yukon Gold and Red Norland mature in 70 to 90 days, while storage varieties like Kennebec and Katahdin take longer but keep much better through winter. Harvest potatoes after the foliage dies back, cure them in a dark location for 2 weeks, and store in a cool basement or root cellar where they will remain edible for 4 to 6 months or longer. A family of 4 can realistically grow a year's worth of potatoes in a relatively small garden space, making this the ultimate survival crop. The second essential survival crop is winter squash. These hard-shelled vegetables store for months without refrigeration, canning, or freezing, making them invaluable for food security. Butternut squash is the storage champion, keeping 6 months or longer in a cool, dry location while providing sweet, nutritious flesh, rich in vitamins A and C. Hubbard squash can reach enormous sizes, with single fruits weighing 20 to 40 pounds and storing through the entire winter. Spaghetti squash offers versatility as a pasta substitute while keeping 4 to 5 months in storage. Plant winter squash seeds directly in the garden after all danger of frost has passed, sowing 1 inch deep in hills spaced 4 to 6 feet apart. These vigorous vines need room to sprawl, but reward patient gardeners with heavy yields. Harvest squash when rinds are hard and resist puncture from a fingernail, leaving several inches of stem attached. Cure fruits in a warm, sunny location for 10 to 14 days to harden the skin and heal any minor wounds, then store in a cool, dry area around 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. A dozen butternut squash plants can produce enough food to supplement your family's diet throughout the winter months. The third survival crop that deserves space in your garden is dry beans. Unlike green beans harvested fresh, dry beans are left on the vine until pods are completely dry and brittle, then shelled and stored for years without refrigeration. Dry beans provide essential protein, fiber, and complex carbohydrates that form the foundation of countless traditional cuisines around the world. Black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, and navy beans all grow easily in home gardens using the same basic techniques. Plant bean seeds 1 inch deep and 3 to 4 inches apart after your last frost date when soil has warmed to at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Bush varieties mature faster and require no support, while pole varieties produce longer but need trellising. Allow pods to dry completely on the plant until they rattle when shaken. Then harvest entire plants and finish drying under cover if weather threatens. Shell dried beans by hand, or thresh larger quantities by placing pods in a pillowcase and beating against a hard surface. Store dry beans in airtight containers in a cool, dark location where they remain viable and nutritious for years. A 10-foot row of dry beans can produce several pounds of protein-rich food that stores indefinitely. Now, if you are finding this video helpful so far, I want to share something special with you. I have put together a free newsletter where I share my best gardening tips, seasonal reminders, and advice you will not find anywhere else. If you struggle with seasonal timing and planning, getting bigger harvests, or knowing what to plant and when, this newsletter was made for you. Just click the link in the description to join for free. All right, let us continue. The fourth survival crop for food security is sweet potatoes. These nutritional powerhouses produce impressive yields of calorie-dense tubers that store for months while providing vitamin A, vitamin C, fiber, and complex carbohydrates. Unlike regular potatoes, sweet potatoes are grown from slips, which are sprouts produced by mature sweet potato roots. You can purchase slips from garden suppliers or grow your own by suspending a sweet potato partially submerged in water until sprouts develop. Plant slips after all frost danger has passed and soil has thoroughly warmed, spacing them 12 to 18 inches apart in raised rows or mounded beds. Sweet potatoes need a long, warm growing season of 90 to 120 days, making them best suited for zones 5 through 11. Harvest before the first frost by carefully digging around plants to avoid damaging tubers. Cure sweet potatoes in a warm, humid location around 80 to 85 degrees for 10 to 14 days. Then store at 55 to 60 degrees where they will keep for 6 months or longer. A single sweet potato plant can yield 3 to 5 pounds of tubers, making them exceptionally productive for the space they occupy. The fifth survival crop every family needs is onions. These pungent alliums are essential for flavoring countless dishes and store remarkably well when grown and cured properly. Storage varieties like Copra, Patterson, and Yellow Globe keep 8 to 12 months in ideal conditions, providing year-round access to fresh onions from a single growing season. Plant onion sets or transplants in early spring as soon as soil can be worked, spacing them 4 to 6 inches apart in rows 12 inches apart. Onions are ready for harvest when tops fall over and begin to yellow. Pull bulbs and cure them in a warm, dry, well-ventilated location for 2 to 3 weeks until necks are completely dry and papery. Store cured onions in mesh bags or braids in a cool, dry location around 35 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit for maximum longevity. Onions provide essential vitamins and minerals while making stored staples like beans and potatoes far more palatable. The sixth crop that stores longer than almost any other vegetable is garlic. Properly cured garlic keeps 12 months or longer, meaning you can harvest 1 year's crop and still be using it when the next harvest comes in. Garlic provides intense flavor, medicinal properties, and important nutrients including manganese, vitamin B6, and selenium. Plant individual garlic cloves in fall, about 4 to 6 weeks before your first expected frost, setting them 2 inches deep with the pointed end facing up and spacing them 6 inches apart. Mulch heavily to protect cloves through winter, then remove mulch in spring as growth resumes. Harvest garlic when lower leaves begin to brown, but 5 or 6 green leaves remain. Cure bulbs in a warm, dry, well-ventilated location for 3 to 4 weeks, then trim roots and tops and store in a cool, dark place. Hardneck varieties produce delicious scapes in spring and offer complex flavors, but store for 6 to 8 months. Softneck varieties have milder flavor, but store 10 to 12 months or longer, making them the better choice for food security. The seventh survival crop for your food security garden is carrots. These nutrient-dense roots store for months in the ground or in cold storage, providing vitamins, fiber, and natural sweetness throughout winter. Storage varieties like Bolero, Napoli, and Danvers develop thick, sturdy roots that resist cracking and keep 4 to 6 months in ideal conditions. Plant carrot seeds directly in the garden 2 to 3 weeks before your last frost date. Sowing 1/4 inch deep in loose, stone-free soil. Thin seedlings to 2 to 3 inches apart once they develop true leaves. Carrots can be left in the ground through fall and into winter with heavy mulch protection, harvesting as needed until the ground freezes solid. For longer storage, harvest roots before hard frost. Remove tops leaving 1 inch of stem and store in damp sand or sawdust in a root cellar or cold basement at 32 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Properly stored carrots remain crisp and sweet for 6 months or longer. The 8th and final survival crop is cabbage. This versatile vegetable stores for months fresh and can also be fermented into sauerkraut that keeps even longer while providing beneficial probiotics. Storage varieties like Danish ballhead, late flat Dutch, and storage number 4 form dense, tight heads that keep 3 to 4 months in cold storage. Plant cabbage transplants in early spring or late summer for fall harvest, spacing them 18 to 24 inches apart. Fall harvested cabbage stores, best because cool temperatures slow deterioration. Harvest heads when firm and solid, leaving several wrapper leaves attached for protection. Store cabbage in a root cellar, cold basement, or unheated garage at 32 to 40 degrees with high humidity. Check stored heads regularly and remove any that show signs of decay to prevent spread. Beyond fresh storage, fermenting cabbage in a sauerkraut creates a shelf-stable, probiotic-rich food that keeps for a year or longer at cool room temperature. And now for the bonus tip gardeners swear by. The key to true food security is learning to save seeds from your survival crops so you never depend on outside sources for planting material. Open-pollinated and heirloom varieties produce seeds that grow true to type, allowing you to save and replant year after year indefinitely. Hybrid varieties do not produce reliable seeds, so choose open-pollinated potatoes, beans, squash, onions, garlic, carrots, and cabbage for your survival garden. Learning basic seed-saving techniques ensures your food production capability continues regardless of what happens to seed suppliers or supply chains. Thanks for sticking with me through the entire video. If you found this helpful, do not forget to join our free newsletter. I share exclusive tips, seasonal planning guides, and advice that helps gardeners just like you grow more food with less stress. Click the link in the description to sign up. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and check out our other videos on growing a better garden.